Hi, and welcome to Female Entrepreneurs Magazine, your go to platform for ambitious women who are ready to take the business world by storm. I'm your host, Angel France, and each week we'll dive into the latest strategies, stories, and success secrets from the most inspiring female entrepreneurs around the world. Today on The Real Female Entrepreneurs, we're spotlighting a systems queen, creative strategist, and the go-to ops wizard for multi-passionate women building empires just like you. Meet the brilliant mind behind the Mosaic Link. Love that name. A boutique agency turning tech chaos into streamlined magic. Thank God, because I know I need that. Based in London, she empowers visionary, neurodiverse, and underrepresented entrepreneurs to launch, scale, and actually breathe while doing it. Co-founder of Lead Her Way and a master of automation meets authenticity, she's on a mission to make every woman's big vision beautifully doable. Give a warm welcome to the dynamic, heart-led, and wildly talented Sharlin Bissick. Thank you. Welcome. You're amazing.
Thank you on intro. That's absolutely amazing. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Everybody wants their intro. I'm like, you can have it.
Yeah. Is that me? Is that really me?
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, it is.
So I would really love to know what inspired you to actually build the business that you've built. I mean, you have a very diverse, dynamic background in where you've worked. Can you talk about that and what transitioned and what happened?
Well, let's go way back, and this might be telling my age, but my mum was a hairdresser, and I used to have to help her as a young child, mere child, at home with all the hairdressing duties, holding the brush, holding the comb, washing out extensions, getting it all ready. So I felt like that's my path. So when I get older, that's what I'm going to be. So I went to the London College of Fashion, which is one of the top colleges in London, to become a fashion hairstylist and makeup artist. So I thought, let me do the stepping stones, because there's like several courses you've got to do before you can do that specific course. So I did hair and beauty. Whilst doing the course, I had a job on the side, because obviously we need to make our own money to pay for our own little bits and pieces, to be independent. And I worked in like the supermarket, retail stores, and sort of worked my way up to customer services, where I'm now managing the staff, managing the team, dealing with queries. So when I qualified and passed in the hairdressing course at London College of Fashion, I applied to work at this photography makeover studio, where they do those before and after photos, so I was like, this is a great stepping stone. Let me work here first, make everyone look glamorous. They came in looking like this, and then they've gone leaving looking like, oh. So but when I applied, the head office was like, oh my God, we've seen your CV. You've run teams already. You're this age and you've already ran teams. You did accounts, you did finance. Why don't you come and work at our head office? They get paid way more than the makeup artist. You'll be managing those makeup artists, all that sort of thing. So I was like, well, that's a no-brainer, especially at this point, I was the age of, say, 18, 19, and I bought my first house at this point. So I thought, okay, this is going to help maintain it, why not? So hairdressing got left behind, and I joined the corporate world. I'm no longer in the hairdressing industry. I am now that corporate woman going to get her hair done and, makeup did, all those sort of things. And I absolutely loved it, So where you think when you're younger that's going to be your calling, things do change, in your journey. But then I worked for lots of corporate firms, massive media agencies, Warner magazines, Vogue magazines. I've worked at you know, where you see those big billboards, you know, that I work for the agencies that get that up, that get those up there. So I was managing the production team, making sure the ads were going out on time, magazines were being published on time, making sure we met the client's brief, managing teams, managing processes, systems, you know, the whole thing. But then obviously with that sort of industry, it was very fast paced, and you having to work long hours and also having to do that commute to the city on those crowded, smelly trains every day, morning and evening. It became quite overwhelming for me. And at this point, I became a single mother as well. So it was like I'm getting home extremely late, having to then get dinner on at silly hours, and not spending that quality time with my child. Then the pressure took toll on my health eventually. I've done this for over 2 decades, and then I developed a condition called ulcerative colitis.
Oh.
Yeah, it was like a Crohn's disease family. So, and that's sort of born out of stress. And one day I had ended up in like sort of intensive care, where I was in hospital for a good few months. And the workplace just kept saying, when are you coming back? We've got deadlines to meet. So, you know, I understand you're going through this, but we just need a better idea so we can plan and work around you. And that's when I realized they didn't really care about me. It was about the business, not who I am as an individual, who I am as a person, you know. And I was bending over backwards for that, you know, these organizations. I was never actually even able to work my way to the top to be, you know, to go further. I always had to fight being a woman that looks like me in the corporate world in London, always having to fight and do more than everyone else to be recognized. And I just wasn't reaping the rewards. So then I left that industry because my health had to come first. And it was like perfect timing, because, well, as though it's awful, the pandemic hit basically, and sort of everyone had to have that standstill. But it gave me the time to really think about my life, what I wanted to do. Was I going to go back to the workplace, or is this the time to really lean into my own skills, my own time, being my own woman, and, you know, achieving the things that satisfied me, that lit me up each day. For a while, I did feel lost, because obviously, you know, you're coming from that corporate world, that's all you knew for 2 decades. So whilst I'm a mum and now a fiance at this point, I still felt lost without a purpose. And it was tough for a while. But then people were reaching out to me saying, Charlene, you used to help with accounts in your corporate world. You helped with this. Can you help me, you know, doing these things? And my dad, he runs a property development company. So he would lean into me for support to manage the clients there. And then those clients needed me for things. And then it just kept growing, you know. And there was this accountant, it came to month end. She needed me to help with her month end reconciliations. Next thing you know, I'm running technically my own business. So I thought, let me look into this. And it's like, oh, they call this virtual assistant. What is this thing of virtual assistants, you know? So I looked into it, and I spent a year researching everything about it and how to launch my own VA business. And I did. In 2019, I officially launched my own VA business, and it was called Virtually Sharlin.
I like it. Hey, we have to start somewhere. That was a great name.
Yeah, thank you. Virtually Charlene, not because it's virtually me, And then also I'm virtually online, so it just made sense at that time. But, when you first start out, you're doing all the things for everyone, working for everyone. And my business model changed several times because you realize, okay, I don't like offering this service. I'm going to remove that. I'm going to only work with these type of people because that corporate person is who I really don't like working with. I like these self-starters, these heart-led, individuals. I love coaches, creatives. Because they sing to me. So, they're my ideal clients. Not to say I wouldn't work with corporates, but they are my ideal people to work for, podcast hosts, education, and so on. I also had a side hustle, I still have, which is an hairdressing business. So this is personal hairdresser, mobile.
Oh,
So,
I love that. Do you do makeup too?
yeah, so it's like, let me tap back into that skill why waste it, that I did many years ago. But I'm going to help women like me with medical conditions that don't feel beautiful. They feel unattractive because they've got a medical condition, or those busy mums that don't have the time to sit in the hairdressers for hours, just on that conveyor belt. So I come to your home and provide that VIP one-to-one service where you can offload and I can relate, we have a good old catch up, so, and that's called Your Hair, Your Rules, because that's building up self-confidence and so on. So I do that also at the weekends, so that's my two ventures. And then my other baby, which is a collaboration with Chloe Jessamy. She's also a support, a system strategist and mentor as well, with a organization for Lead Her Way. So that's where we help virtual assistants we help women that leaving their 9 to 5 to become virtual assistants, because we've done that. We've worn the t-shirt and we know how it goes to start your own virtual assistant business. So we help to empower them, especially the women that are not being able to stand out in our industry, like the struggles I had in the beginning, to stand out amongst a sea of sharks. You know what I mean?
And I love the fact that you mentioned all three businesses, because that is such a key that a lot of entrepreneurs don't want to talk about. That the fact that we're just not one thing. I mean, I have 4 different businesses that I run, and just like you, and it's because it's like it's in our core. It's who we are, and we love that adventure. So I love the fact you were open about that, and that so many people can resonate with you because of that.
Yeah. But obviously the Mosaic Link is my bread and butter. It's my baby. It's my everything. I live, I breathe it. And why the name the Mosaic Link is because we connect all the different pieces, all the moving parts in your business to create that beautiful bigger picture of your success, our success, because I've partnered with you in your organization. And I love the diversity of a mosaic, the colorful pieces, because we're all creative, we're all colorful, we all bring something different. And it's nice to just connect all of those, link those pieces together to, create something amazing.
And I'm just going to add this, and your pricing structure is amazing. Amazing.
Brilliant. Thank you.
Yeah, it is amazing. And I just think everybody, any entrepreneur needs to go look at it, because your website with your pricing structure is amazing. I love it.
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah. Do you mean the titles or the actual pricing itself?
The actual pricing.
Yeah. Okay. Oh,
yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah. I mean, as an entrepreneur, I think it really fits us how you built that and you meshed it into our world.
Yeah. Oh, amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
and you touch on saying, people don't like you don't like to always share that you've got 4 different ventures. And I've been there before because, people around who don't get being self-employed, who just don't understand it. They're just looking at, oh, so what are you working? What are you this week? Yeah, what are you this month?
I'm all of it.
Yeah, and I really hate that saying, a jack of all trades but master of none, So
Not true.
I like to do different things each day. I like to support different people in their business, and because it makes each day different for me. I'm not waking up to that same monotonous thing that just, every day just keeps repeating. Every day looks different for me, and that's what keeps me alive. That's what motivates me. It's like, oh, what we got doing today?
It gets you up in the morning. It's like, okay, who am I going to support today? Who am I going to help? Who am I doing this for? Because, otherwise I'm like, people are like, oh, you got to get up at this time in the morning to do this. My thing is, all right, who am I getting up to do stuff for? That's what motivates me.
Exactly. It'd be like, oh, I've got Angel today. Yeah, we're working on the magazine. It's just an example. Magazine, and then tomorrow will be, oh, I'm working with my grief therapist. It's Laura. So let's see what we've got. It's so nice. So I love it.
Yeah, and I think that goes with most entrepreneurs because we just get excited who we're helping and who we're empowering and what impact we're going to make each and every day.
That's right. Yes. Yeah. And that's what I didn't get in that corporate 9 to 5, Being my own entrepreneur, I'm able to feel fulfilled, seeing that transformation that I do for, small business owners or, individuals, or, business owners that've got multiple ventures. I like to help with them with their multiple ventures, streamline
their craziness.
Yes.
So, all right. The Malta business, you have a daughter and you have a fiance soon to be married. I'm projecting it into the world for you. So the question is, you better pick that date and do it. So anyway, and if he hears this, he'll know that we're talking about him. I love that.
I have an adult son as well.
You do?
Okay. Yeah.
Oh,
he's
awesome.
25. He's a fitness instructor. So he's a fitness instructor and he's a manager at the gym as well. So
wow.
Yeah.
So older son, we have a teenage daughter, we have a fiance soon to be married, and you have multiple ventures, all right,
Yeah.
and family and personal life. How do you balance it?
Okay, so I'm going to be real with you. In the beginning, let me tell you, it was tough. It even impacted slightly part of the relationship because it's like, well, when do I get to spend time with you? You usually hear it the other way around, women moaning about, I never get to see him. But it was the other way around for me, because whilst he works for his corporate 9 to 5, he's able to come home, switch off. I was still working till untold amount of hours because I'm a perfectionist and I'm also get hyper fixated on things, when I start something, I've just like a robot, just keep going. And it was impacting the family in the sense of we're not getting enough time with you. So something had to give. I had to take a step back and really analyze everything. Where am I going wrong? What am I doing that's wrong? So where I said I started off as virtually Charlene, that's because I was solo. I was doing everything myself and managing multiple clients myself, plus trying to run my own business, do my own marketing and so on. And it was getting to a point where I was turning clients away. So instead of doing that, it was, why not rebrand as an agency? That's where the Mosaic Link was born. So everyone needs someone to support someone, right? Mm-hmm. So, even coaches need a coach or a mentor, someone to go to. So I needed team members to help me So that meant that I can work Monday to Thursday. Friday, then I have my day off, hand that over to the other VAs in my team to help support the clients. It meant that I can work on my own business on that day or block time out to do something for myself. It also meant I was able to log off by a certain time, so be regimented with, okay, it's now 5:30, it's time to log off. This is now family time, get dinner on, everything else. And it's been working swimmingly. And in order to do that, I'm all about time blocking. That's using your calendar, and each client has a time slot. So with this method, I've become a no BS VA and operations manager. So if I need something from that client, I need it, so it's like, you need to get that into me by a certain amount of time. I also keep my clients accountable, so I have that same approach for myself. So whilst I'm not only managing myself, I'm managing the clients and making sure I have that clear boundary between me, my clients, and having that time to just shut off when I'm supposed to. So time blocking. Yes, whilst I might get the notifications that come up on the screen to say, okay, it's time to finish with this on this client project now, I used to ignore it and still keep going on. So what I've had to also do is turn off all sort of notifications on platforms. And the only one thing I'll set is an alarm on my mobile.
Oh.
And it's so visceral, that annoying Apple iPhone alarm that just goes off. It then really pushes me to, right, okay, stop. Stop. I hate this sound.
So with that, what advice do you have for women who are trying to grow their business and maybe struggling a little bit?
How do you mean? Struggling with time management or struggling with
As a whole, in general.
with everything?
Mhm.
Yeah, I think do similar to what I did. Take a step back and look at the areas where you don't actually have to do this thing, because you shouldn't have to be in your business. You need to be running and owning your business. So to do that, it's outsourcing. Outsource it to someone else that can help take on that pressure, do those tedious tasks that you hate doing or you don't have the time to do anymore. They're just repetitive. Get a virtual assistant. Hey.
I love that. Get a VA.
Delegate. That's it. And it could even be your own child. If it's social media, if you've got a teenager, for example, they love that. Help them, get them to help with that sort of thing. There's so much things you can do, and it's just managing your time more effectively. And and eliminating things you don't need to be doing, because sometimes some of us are just doing the most, and it's just like, well, why are you doing that?
Definitely. So knowing what you know now, what would you go back and tell your 18-year-old self?
That's a good question. I like that, Angel. I think the 18-year-old self, I would go back to her and I would say, look at where you want to be when you're 30. So picture your 30-year-old self. Where do you want that woman to be? What do you want her to look like? Start walking in those shoes from your 18. Start building those steps to get to that woman you want to be when you're 30. And yes, it could change. You could change directions. There's going to be obstacles in the way. Fear is always going to slip in. You're going to have that imposter syndrome kicking in, but those are just lies you're telling yourself. So it's push past that and go for what you want. Don't think about what other people are saying. Don't look at those that are judging you, like those that have been judging us. Oh, you've got this venture, that venture. It's because they don't understand it. You want your journey, and you're going to take all those steps to get there. So then when you are 30, you can then look back at your 18-year-old self. Instead of asking what you would do differently, you would just say, thank you. We did it, girl.
I to be honest with you, I love asking people in their 80s this question. It's my favorite question to ask them is, what would you have done different at age 60 or age 50, or just ask those different questions, because I love to hear what they would say, because some of them didn't think they were going to live that long. And yeah, and you'd be shocked how many of them in their 60s said, "Oh, I wish I would have, when I retired, start my own business." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so it just surprises me that I love the fact that you said to look at your future self and think about what that future self would look like. And then when you're that age, look back and see, you know what I mean?
Say thank you. We
Yeah.
made it. We did it because you took those steps to be that person when you're 30. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because if I look back, I just wish I had started my own business many years ago, because I feel like I'd be so much further along, if I had done this many years ago.
Yeah, unfortunately, there's a thing called timing that God gives us and says we have to go at this time. Because I say the same thing. I'm like, oh, I wish I would have done this many years ago. You know what I mean? And I didn't.
So. Because I wouldn't, if I hadn't had that corporate experience for 2 decades, I wouldn't have that expertise that I have now to be able to give you. So yeah.
100%. All right. What's one key strategy that has helped you advance in your business?
I think that I'd have to be surrounding myself with like-minded women, with self-employed women, entrepreneurs, mentors, coaches, people that get it. I think it's been in a network, it's been in a community, like this, others that are helping to lift each other up, to be collaborators, not competitors, where we just all work together and we help each other, we help push each other along in our journey. I think that's really helped, that when they inspire you, uplift you, and give you those compliments that, go girl, you've got this, that ones that are going to push you forward. I think that really helps.
I think so too. I think that's one of the main things, is just getting that encouragement from others.
Yeah, that's it.
All right. Can you share any future plans that you have that we need to keep an eye out on?
Future plans will be eventually myself and Chloe, with our Lead Her Way community, we want to create a podcast. We're thinking about creating a podcast where we lean into our own issues, challenges, wins, celebrations of what we do as operations managers, as system specialists, as mentors, as all the things basically that we do. We're just having a conversation together so that other women can relate. So hopefully be able to launch that and to be more confident and step out more into PR, and just being able to get recognized, because I'm quite an introvert and I've been hiding behind my home small office, and I think it's getting out of that comfort zone. And I'm also building out a training program for virtual assistants that join our small boutique team, to make sure, to help elevate them. So these are underrepresented women that look like me, that want to stand out in the industry, that are struggling. So I will help them get that job opportunity by working with us, so I'll be getting those clients in and being able to give them the work. but they will also be that training hub to be experts, to help them become experts in the industry, so.
Well, that's amazing. And we do not see any introvertedness in you today, just so you
Are
know.
you sure?
Yes. All right. If you had a superpower for just one day, 24 hours, what would it be?
Well, it would be the superpower to be confident for the day, to be able to go to TED Talks, to be able to do a live on social media, to go to networking events and being able to speak to a massive audience, that sort of thing. So it's a superpower to be super confident, not arrogant, but super confident for the day.
So, I've been looking into TED Talks lately, and I realized that to go to them, it's open to the public.
Oh, really? I thought you had to be chosen. So,
Well, that's to speak, but it's
Yeah.
open to the public to actually start listening, being in the audience even. And I
Okay.
really feel if somebody wants to be a TEDx talker,
Yeah.
that going to do that first would give them a confidence.
Okay. Oh, yeah. I'll check that out. I didn't realize that. So thanks for that tip.
But you might want to
right.
All right. What's one fun fact about you that not a lot of people know about?
Okay. So my late grandfather, he was the first Black mayor of Southwark. He was also one of the founders of our big Notting Hill Carnival. And he's also founded the Windrush charity, the Windrush organization as well. And so much more. He has a section in the Natural History Museum all about him and his journey and so on. So, yeah. And there's actually a statue of him outside Brixton Library as well. Yeah.
You just meant to be popular, amazing, historic. I mean, everybody's going to know you because, they're going to say, Charlene did this when blah, 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 because it runs in the family.
Oh, thank you.
We're waiting for the book. When's the new book coming out?
Oh, I'd love to write a book. My parents always say, Charlene, you should be a writer. I'm telling you, I'm full of stories.
I could see a book in your future. So talking about books, oh, definitely. Yeah, definitely, especially for systems and how to help entrepreneurs and business owners create systems. What an amazing thing.
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
That would be amazing.
About it.
Mm-hmm. So talking about books, what would be one of your favorite books right now?
It would be Why Has Nobody Told Me This Before by Dr. Julia Smith. And it's basically a book about how to overcome imposter syndrome when you're feeling down, those thoughts that are in your head that are keeping you, that are making you think these negative thoughts. It's how to undo them. And it's just basically all the tricks and techniques to overcome that, to feel more uplifted, happy, and positive.
Yay! Oh, that sounds like a great book. It's on the list. Can't wait to add it to the magazine. All right. What about a song? Do we have a go-to song?
The go-to song would be What I Might Do by Ben Pierce, and that's a sort of a house music. And what I might do is it sings, it's about you never know what this person's going to do next, it's because I'm a risk taker, and it's very uplifting, and it's like, yes, Charlene is coming, what's she going to do today? It's play that in the morning as soon as I get up, and it's like, yes, I'm ready to conquer the day.
I can't wait to listen to it. What about a favorite quote?
Favorite quote would be, I don't chase, I attract. Yeah, so I have a quote every year. Every year it's like I'm going to lean into that quote, that mantra for the year. And I guess with that one, I don't know if the cop out was because of lack of confidence at the start of the year. So it's like, I don't chase, I attract. I don't have to go on social media. Everyone's just going to come to me. But but I think I have to look at it differently. So whilst it's I don't chase, I attract, it's in a good way, a positive way, not an arrogant way, but I still need to put in the work.
Oh yeah. That's a key. Putting in the work, but just you don't have to be the be all end all in front of everybody's face. They just come to you because they know you're the person.
That's right. Yeah, you said it. Thank you.
You're welcome. So what's the best way for our audience to stay connected with you?
So we've got Instagram and LinkedIn, Facebook. Facebook is connected to Instagram. So all of those, actually just Instagram and Facebook is the Mosaic Link. And LinkedIn is Sharlin Bissick. And my website, of course, the Mosaic Link. So you can find me at those places.
And don't you have a cool giveaway? I love the name of it. Do you mind telling us the name of it? Because I love it.
Yes, so this is for the procrastinators, those that suffer with perfectionism, that are waiting to have everything perfect before launching their offer, launching their course, launching their membership. And you've just got stuck in your own head, because that's where I was before with the rebrand. And this is something I do. I help my clients all the time with launching. That's my favorite things to do. I help with launching a new offer, a new course. We take all the steps behind the scene, to get that thing on the road. So I've put together a free launch bundle called Launch the Damn Thing. And
I love the name.
Yeah, thank you. And in that bundle, you'll get lead magnet ideas, an ebook, which is a step-by-step guide on how to launch. You have a plug-and-play launch planner. It has 30 days ready-made content with graphics and their captions. And so much more. So there's no excuses now not to launch when you download this free bundle. So just launch the damn thing.
And you're going to send me that link. It's on your link tree, and you're going to send me that, and we are going to add that to everything for you guys. So you'll be able to click on that link inside of the description of everything. Okay, so you will have that. Also, what is there that you'd like to leave our audience with that we maybe haven't discussed yet?
Yeah, I'll just summarize with, if you're thinking of launching that business, that idea, that course, don't let fear hold you back. It's just a stumbling block. Just go out there, go for what you want, and just do it. Don't worry about other people are thinking. Just grab what you want. There's never the right time or the wrong time. Just do it.
And launch that damn thing. I love it. Thank you so much. You're amazing. Thank you for being here with us.
Thank you so much. I really enjoyed it.
Bye.
Thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of Female Entrepreneurs Magazine. I hope you found inspiration, actionable tips, and a sense of connection with our incredible community of driven women. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, leave a review, and share the episode with fellow entrepreneurs who are ready to elevate their game. Remember, your success is just the beginning, and we're here to support you in every step of the way. Until next time, keep shining, keep thriving, and remember, you have the power to create the business and life of your dreams. Stay inspired, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.